it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. It is time to set up my goals for February. I am so excited, and if I sound crazy super high energy right now, it's because tomorrow I am leaving on vacation, but I want to get my February goals set up before we leave for vacation, so that way they're done when I get back, because it will already be February once I am back from vacation. So we are gonna dive in. We'll do a little bit of January reflecting. We'll get February all set up. So let's start with a little read through of my January goals. I did focus words for this month, and we'll start right in the personal category. I have really powered through that admin backlog. Really great. It was super long. I was very consistent with planning, and we are all ready for our vacation, so that is great. We started booking our Disney trip for October. I'm really prepped for vacation. Last thing to do is actually pack, which I am going to do this afternoon. And we had some pretty good weekends. We had like some snow and other stuff that interfered, but in general, we did pretty good. This is mostly done, which this is a work project that I've been working on. And then this didn't happen, not because of me, but it ended up not, I get like a lot of feeds on projects for my freelance business, and then sometimes they pan out and sometimes, the client pulls out of them. So that was what happened with that one. Not a big deal. I had so much to do this month, and the school schedule was kind of crazy with the weather, so we are all good. And I feel like I did a really good job like strategizing for the whole year this month. The school enrollment is half done. The preschool was done, but the public school doesn't actually open until February, so that is not a problem. I saw, again, this one also half done. I saw one of these friends, the other one, the plans got canceled because of weather. I did a pretty good job with skincare and this, and I did not do a great job with the ClassPass stuff. Again, a lot of that was like weather related, but I am working on it, so we're good. Did the treasury stuff. This is done. This is mostly done, like some of the business stuff. I have one last thing that I need to do for that, and then this did not happen at all. That is definitely gonna need to get moved to February. This is done. We created the house project list, but I'm still figuring out like the final format where that's going to live, like planner wise. Right now it's just on my phone. I did clean out the cabinets and the downstairs, and then I have kind of done a system brainstorm, but not really. That's towards one of my stretch goals for the year around like home maintenance system. Actually, let me get out my annual goals because I don't even have them out right now. So that is that. And then these were my weekly actions for every week here. This is this week, which we are currently in. And I did this. The tax stuff has kind of been like a crazy disaster. This is not going to happen. This is also not going to happen. The circles this week were for stuff that if I get to it, it's great. But if not, then not. And this stuff is all done though. And then this last week here, which I hadn't put the stickers on, so I'm gonna grab the stickers for that while I have them out to do my February planning, is our vacation week, and we're literally gone this whole week. So I just said vacation in my weekly actions, and I'm just gonna stick these stickers down. And I'm kind of treating this week as in between my goals. Basically, I'm not gonna I'm gonna start my February goals from kind of when we get back. I fully plan to enjoy vacation and relax. So that is how my January turned out, and we can go into the reflections here. I think I'm gonna start down at the bottom, and I'm gonna give myself a 7 for this month. I think I had a lot to catch up on this year. I don't feel like, which is not really a January Lindsay's fault, it's more December Lindsay's fault. But because of that, I don't feel like I got as strong of a start on my 2024 goals as I did like last year or the year before that. That's fine, I've got all year to work on them, but I just had to spend so much time kind of catching up on things this month that's just really what needed to happen. I've been doing a really great job lately with my daily flow and like actually moving through my day when I need to. As long as like there isn't massive amounts of snow and no school. I feel like my routines are working really well. Things that are not working, this snow, man. Last winter, I feel like I've just been really spoiled because last winter we didn't have any snow days at all, but we've already had like a bunch this year, and it's definitely been way more snowy. Like related to that, I feel like the kids, when we've had like these extended periods of time at home, the kids stuff has been a little rough. And then also I had just one area of admin around like some financial and tax stuff that has just like really not been going well. And I just don't think I didn't realize how how much I needed to have done already, and I didn't. So now we're just kind of scrambling, but we will get there and it will be okay. But it was not an ideal situation. What I learned this month, I think just maybe like just keep moving and pivot when needed. I feel like we've done a pretty good job with that this month, so that's been great. I think what improvements or adjustments for next month, I think it's not so much improvements or adjustments, but now that I'm like all caught up, and so one, spent time catching up from winter break and everything in December, but then two, in the back half of this month, or at least in the back week of this month or so, I've spent a lot of time prepping so that I don't have to catch up when I get back from this latest trip, because we're going to be gone for a week and I didn't want to come back to the same situation that I was in after winter break, which I feel really good about where I'm at leaving for this trip tomorrow, and I don't feel like this is going to be a problem in February. So I think it's just, I've already made that adjustment that I really needed to make for February versus January. So hopefully in February, what I can do is really dive in to some of my big 2024 goals. And like kind of February is going to be the new January. I needed January to catch up. What am I most grateful for right now? Definitely vacation. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Keep habits I want to nurture next month. Keep with the daily flow. I think just like home stuff and really like the kids stuff too. That's super specific for habits, but we will look at that more when we get to that. An area I want to focus on next month, I think it's going to be the home and then also the work stuff, because I really need to do, I've got a lot of work stuff going on. So that was my reflection. So those are my reflections. So now we can dive in. These were just sticky notes that somebody on the Facebook group had asked me to take pictures of the way they looked in here. So that's all that is. I just never pulled them back up. And we're going to dive into February. Before I dive into this page, I'm actually just gonna number the weeks and everything just with these stickers, just kind of while I'm thinking about things and just chatting. Yeah, so basically we will be back and then over the weekend, and then we'll dive into this week. The kids will go back to school. I will, have work stuff. And this is it's a short month because it's February. Oh, this is, and there's gonna be a lot going on. Then I am just gonna put this last week here, which starts on the 26th. I definitely won't have my goals done by the 26th. So I'm going to put that in there. That is week 9. And then this week is both of my daughter's birthdays. And actually my mom's birthday too, because my oldest and my mom are birthday twins. So that is that. And then we need to do some monthly goals. I'm gonna go with something a little bit more simple this month in terms of the washi. And I think we'll lean into the Valentine's Day colors here with the pinks and the reds, but still using the ones from MakseLife so that everything matches. And maybe we can layer in some of the gray too, since that was my home goal. That's my other focus area, is on the home stuff. Although if I use this really dark gray, the sticker is gonna, the month's name sticker is gonna be a problem. So maybe let's not do that. And I think we'll do this opposite on this side. And then we can do at the bottom here. I got too many planners open on my desk right now because I've been just in full vacation prep mode, just nonstop this whole week. Because the kids had almost no school last week. I basically lost all of last week to the snow. And yeah, so then flying out of that, so many things. It was like, okay, I need this to be done before I leave on vacation. All right, washi cuteness. Using my Dreamer font script stickers from Lexi Kylie Designs. And I have so many of these. I bought 4 of these, plus I have ones from last year. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do it on both sides. We're not conserving stickers here. Use the things we have, use the things we bought. All right, it's time to set February goals, and I just remembered that when I set my January goals, I said that every month I wanted to check in with my word of the year and read what my word means to me, which is my word of the year is awake, and my word means to me, I am present, aware, and engaged with my life. I am actively building towards things I want, big and small. So I just have this idea to read that to myself every month. I might actually even like kind of print that and put it somewhere decorative in my office, just trying to stay really, really engaged with my word of the year this year. I don't feel like I was last year, but I definitely was the year before that. So just trying to do that. And then I'm going to open up my annual goals as well so that I can look at them and keep these in mind. And what I'm going to do is start in the work and learning category, since that is the category that I said was one of my focuses, and it's also just like the most on my mind right now. I mean, vacation is the most on my mind right now, but in a very different way. Yeah, so anyway, okay. So here we are, work and learning. I've got 3 work and learning goals, and these actually cover both my social media and freelance business. And I wrote them to be generic in my goals so that they applied to both. And then in my monthly goals and weekly actions, I do sometimes get more specific about whether something is for my freelance business or for social media. But basically my annual goals are structured so that they actually apply to both of those things, which I think is really cool. I'm very happy with how that is working, at least so far. So I think my big goal for this month is actually going to be, so each week I want to set a schedule and like a task guide list, a little bit different than a to-do list. Basically, I have some longer term projects that I'm working on in my freelance business, and I am a really deadline driven person, and I have such a tendency to like kind of let things go until the last minute, which is really not a good idea for this project. So I want to kind of create some internal deadlines and structure around that, but then working with that, having a really solid content plan for the week and like the things that I'm going to work on. And then I can see the balance between those two, plus all of the other things I have going on in my life, and kind of create some more structure throughout my days and weeks, and, you know, keep going with the good daily flow. So I have 2 main projects that I need to be working on. Let's go to physical environment, where it is time to dive in with the home project. Like set it up with the planner and my calendars. I think I know how I want to do this now, so let's do that. And then also start building that home maintenance calendar, the project thing. I feel like I know kind of what I want to do with this. It's not finalized. I think I have the digital aspect of that one down and the physical aspect of the project one down. So kind of integrating those two together and starting just diving into that. And that's all I'm going to put in that category. Those are bigger goals. Those are like big goals that are working on one of my main stretch goals for the year. I'm going to go over to fun and recreation now, where I need to plan a birthday party. The birthday party will not be until March. My son is a couple weeks after the 2 girls, so all of our kids' birthdays are really close together, and we're still in that one birthday party for all 3 of them phase of life. So first, plan the main birthday party, and then plan out just like a mini little thing for the girls closer to their birthdays, plus any school celebration stuff that needs to be handled. Again, my youngest is right at the end of February and my oldest is at the beginning of March, so need to do that. Weekend plans. Every weekend we have our plans, let's say with more play dates. We were doing a really good job at that at the end of last year. It kind of has fallen off a little bit. And then also, I'm gonna put it in this category this month, but kind of reschedule with the friends stuff. And I actually should see a lot of my friends this month because I have a baby shower for one of them, and I think lots of people will be there. But more plans beyond that. Oh, and all right, I need one more little thing in here. I'm just gonna tuck it in at the bottom. I totally forgot. I have we have a bunch of trips that are kind of partially planned. The Disney thing, we need to finish booking that. We've got the family trip in May that we need to finish planning. I need to get my plane tickets for Go Wild. There's just like a bunch of things that are like mostly planned, need to finish planning. So that needs to be taken care of. I might actually even run that up to the admin section here as well. Also a work trip that needs to just be like booked. So these are, again, they're fun/work things, but they are life admin things. It's not actually enjoying the trip. So my camera cut out. I don't know when it cut out, but I've got 4 things for finances, regular monthly stuff, continue to gather the tax documents, this Mint migration that I've been talking about, basically setting up our new 2024 tracker, because the tracker we've been using for years and years and years, like the online platform, is going away and we're not really sure what we're going to do about that. I wanted to do that in January, but I did not get to it. So coming back for February, and then again, just finish closing out that paperwork for my business and just the business finances stuff that I kind of wasn't able to get finished this month, unfortunately. Not for lack of trying, but just, yeah. I don't know why. Sometimes I just feel like taxes, man, it's just like they make everything as difficult as humanly possible to understand. Okay, for health and wellness, the most important thing is, well, it's not that important. I would like to work off ClassPass balance so that basically I don't lose any credits like that I've already paid for. I have until towards the end of the month to kind of go to more classes and handle that. So that is what I'm going to say. And then we can just do skincare routine, bedtime. Oh man, I'm put that like so far over, which the actual way to make sure you don't do that is to just line back up the one that you had already drawn, and then it'll be perfectly aligned. But for some reason I didn't do that, and you know, that is what happened. Spiritual and personal growth. We've got some volunteering obligations, and then now, I also usually put like some kind of mindset mantra or something in here, and I'm just gonna think about that for a second so I can circle back to that. But before I do that, let's dive into the family section. And I'm gonna start with some habits. Just like more family time, screen-free family time. Keep working on that attitude and calmness. And then some confidence building these. And then also I probably need to also schedule the kids' annual well visit. Oh, and also camp forums. Just some family related admin as well as. Great. And back up to personal. Let's do 2 routines. I'm using the hexagons for routines in case that wasn't clear. We're gonna go daily flow and wake up. I wanna put specifically on here just trip and journaling. I wanna get the journaling stuff off to a really good start this year, and really excited for the trip. So want to do some spreads with that as well. And keep motivated. I think maybe just for my words here, we go with, this month is all about flow. All right. Those are my February goals. I'm all ready to go now. And when I come back, I don't have to worry about this because it is already done and taken care of, and I can just dive right into February because I've set things up here in my goals, and I've set things up in other areas of my life as well off the page to come back and have a really strong February. So that is it for today's video and for my February goals. Let me know something you'll be working on this month down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and check me out on Instagram and TikTok at MyCraftyPlans for even more planner fun. Bye.